Hello and welcome to another update video about LINK. LINK seems to be breaking higher. It nearly reached the $18.30 level, which is this next key resistance level. Price broke above the recent high, confirming further the assumption I already had yesterday that the triangle might be breaking to the upside here. So we had this elite wave triangle, a so-called running triangle. Surely there are other ways to look at this. It could also be a wave 4 as a running flat pattern. Yeah, and the wave 4 finished here, and the wave 5 is just an A, B, C structure. That doesn't matter so much. If I call it a triangle or a running flat, in both scenarios, the idea was to go higher. There was also another scenario in which the price could have dipped a little lower into support, which would have been great, but essentially in all scenarios, the idea was to get a fifth wave to the upside, as long as we're holding above support, and the $18.30 level was mentioned as important resistance. We haven't reached it, yet. And then I would like to see, with regards to Fibonacci extensions, I'd like to see the price get to $21 at the very least in wave 5, would give us a healthy wave 5. Okay. But really, the minimum expectation would be sort of $18.30 and beyond. But let's say the $21 mark is sort of the ideal, the minimum, the ideal minimum. Okay, bigger picture, with that latest push to the upside, it gives us more confidence that indeed a wave 5 is unfolding. So we have here wave 1, wave 2. That was the 1-2 setup back in September. Well, it started in June, bottomed in September. Long third wave, long fourth wave, which seems to have unfolded as triangle, and the fifth wave to the upside unfolding now. It was ripe for a breakout, it was long enough time-wise, and but yeah, could have gone a little lower, but it's going, and with that we have a potential breakout setup for higher, similar to what LINK is doing. Once we have these 5 waves complete, I can give you a support area for wave 2. What I will do, I will remove the levels from this previous one. I will leave the area on the chart because it could still be relevant. Let's assume we'll get a strong move down now, then this might be a reset of wave 4, yeah? But ideally it's now going. So if it keeps going and reaches $18.30 and possibly $21, then we're dealing with wave 1 complete, and I will give you a support area for wave 2 once, and this is a breakout setup that could send the LINK higher in a third wave later. So once we have this wave 1 complete, let's assume we go to $21, right? What would be the support area then for a wave 2 correction, just to give you an idea where the price might land? Now, if we get a very shallow pullback, it might not drop below $12. But this is the entire area, so we would have to give it space all the way down to $6.73, even though I have to say, disclaimer, I don't really want it to get below the $9.50 level anymore, which is the previous breakout point. Remember, LINK spent a lot of time in this forever range between, I think it was June 22, May 22, and June this year, or actually September this year, October this year. So I really don't want it to break back into the range. So my support area might be a little bit higher than usual, but I will not be able to really define it until we have a top in place. But it gives an idea of the levels we are watching for. Strictly speaking, a wave 2 could retrace to the 78.6 retrace and still give us a high likelihood for a third wave rally. Feels wrong to me in this case, just because this important range boundary, but we'll see. I'm ideally looking for maybe the price to stay above $9.50 in any pullback now. Yeah? Doesn't mean it has to, but a move below $9.50 might indicate that, something more bearish might be at play. Still within the range. So, what else could we use as target calculations? We've got this channel. It might reach the top of the channel. That's quite common, right? The only thing is it never reached the low of the lower trend line of the channel, which is fine, Maybe it will do that in the wave 2. Who knows, but it would be very shallow. So let's see first if the wave 1 can get to the ideal target range, maybe even reach the top of the channel, which might be around $21, $22, depending on when it reaches it. And to keep the assumption valid that wave 5 is now unfolding, it really needs to stay above $14.33. So strategically, I'm not doing much. I did have my grid bot run throughout, and I've now switched it off because it has come very close to the top of the range, which the upper boundary of the grid bot range was 1830 or 1850, but it's generated nice profits in this range, so I don't want to give it away, okay? So I want to keep it, and I'm looking for other setups where I can use grid bots again or just find other entries, okay? But that's I don't want to let it run now for that little bit more profit. Doesn't make any sense. But that, is just an assessment based on when I switch the grid bot on, how much profit is made, and then I don't want to give it away in case it resets wave 4 for whatever reason. Rather, if it resets wave 4, I might I might use it to find an entry point, for a long trade or something. Anyway, situation is, I think, clear. Parameters are clearly defined. So I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.